Hello and welcome to Family Worship today. My name's Christine. It's great that you can join us. I've just got a few exciting things to tell you about before we start our worship time together today. First of all, next Saturday, not Sunday, we are doing a light party, which will be a family worship style video, a bit like this one, only a bit shorter and super action packed. And that will be premiered on Emmanuel's YouTube channel at 3 p.m. So don't miss that next Saturday. And after that, there will be a Zoom call for us to interact and spend some time together with lots of fun activities to do there as well. We would love you to sign up for this so that we can send you the Zoom details. And also, if you sign up soon, you will receive an exciting pack delivered to your door with some goodies in it for you at some point this week. So watch out for that as well. And do sign up on the link below. The next thing to let you know about is the Loughborough Streets of Light. This week, the Loughborough Streets of Light project is being celebrated. So do get involved with that if you haven't done already. There's lots more information on the Loughborough Streets of Light website, which is at the bottom, but also there'll be more information about that at the end of this worship time. And I think the last thing to mention is you may, if you're a regular member of Emmanuel, you may have received some information about our Thanksgiving plans this year. We would love you to get involved and support the work of Emmanuel in whatever way you're able, but there's more details of how you can do that in the Thanksgiving pack or on our church website, emmanuel-loughborough.org. So if giving financially is something that you feel able to do at the moment, we would love you to contribute towards the mission and ministry of Emmanuel. Now, this week, we are continuing our series on Heroes of the Bible. We're up to week 8 now, which is really exciting. And this week, we are looking at David. Now, there is a lot in the Bible all about David, but unfortunately, we don't have time to look at it all this morning. But please do open up your favourite family Bible and look at some of the other stories of David and perhaps read through some of the Psalms as well and find out a little bit more about him and what his life was like and how God used him to do incredible things. This morning, we're specifically going to be looking at the story of David and Goliath and exploring a little bit more about that and what we can learn from David's experience and how he walked and trusted in God. Before we do that though, I have got a scavenger hunt for you. So this morning you need to find a stone or a rock, some chalk and a bowl of water. So 3 things to go and find this morning. Firstly, a stone or a rock. Secondly, some chalk. And thirdly, a bowl of water. And perhaps a towel nearby in case there's a little accident, but hopefully there won't be any of those. So pause the video, go and find them now. Lovely. Hopefully you've got them. Put them down somewhere safe. First though, let's meet David and find out a bit more about him.
Hello, my name is David and I've come to tell you the story of a time someone called Samuel came to my family home and gave me a very special message. As you can see, I'm a shepherd, which might sound quite exciting to you, and actually I quite enjoy it at times, but it's really tough and it can be quite rubbish really. You see, it's quite dangerous at times trying to keep the sheep safe from wild animals like lions and bears. And so it means all day and all night I need to keep an eye on them. And you know what? Because I'm around sheep all the time, I smell of, well, sheep. Anyway, so one day I was minding my own business, just looking after my sheep on a hill, when a message came that my dad wanted me to go home because someone wanted to see me. So, well, I put the sheep in the cave and hope that they won't be found by a lion or a bear or anything like that. I said, just stay put, don't say a word. and I rushed home. When I got there, Samuel had a good look at me and dabbed some oil on my head. He made it quite greasy actually, but anyway, and told me that God had chosen me and that one day I'd be the next king. Blimey, I did not expect that. I was very excited, but I wondered why on earth God wanted me. I mean, just looking at my brothers, I mean, they're taller, stronger. I mean, they're better looking as well, I reckon. But anyway, when Samuel went home later, I got talking to my brothers and they said that apparently God wasn't interested in all the things like being tall and strong and handsome. God was more concerned about someone's heart, about the inside. Anyway, so I went back to the sheep later that evening, and I thought about how I was going to be a king when I grew up. I wonder what will happen next. I wonder what the future's going to be like. Well, I'll see you soon. I need to concentrate on my sheep now.
Welcome back to this exciting episode of Our Survey Says, the game show where contestants have to match their answers with the answers given by 100 people that we've surveyed. So, let's play. Here we go. Don't forget to play along at home. Contestants in the studio, if you think you know the answer, press your buzzer. So, here's the question. We asked 100 people, what scares you the most? You were first. What's your answer?
Spiders.
Let's see. We asked 100 people what scares them the most. You said spiders. Our survey says... it's the top answer. Rejoin your team. So, you found the top answer. Let's see if you and your team can find the other 4. We asked 100 people, what scares you the most? What did they say?
Heights.
You're saying heights scare you the most. Our survey says... it's the 3rd most popular answer among the people we surveyed. On to the next member of your team. So what do you think? Something that scares you the most?
Well, I think my mum's sense of fashion is pretty terrifying.
Not sure that's going to be on the list. You're saying your mum's sense of fashion. Our survey says... oh, it's not there. You get 2 more wrong answers. Control switches to the other team. Back to you. What do you think? Something that scares you the most?
I think thunder and lightning is pretty scary.
You're saying thunder and lightning. Our survey says... yes, it is there. Loud noises like thunder, lightning, fireworks. Back again to you. Something that scares you the most.
Well, can't think of anything. My husband's singing is quite horrific, so I'm going to go with bad singing.
You're saying bad singing. I doubt it's there. Our survey says... bad singing is not there. 1 more wrong answer and control switches to the other team. On to the next member of your team. So, something that scares you the most.
The dark. I think some people are scared of the dark.
Let's see. The dark. Yes, it's the 2nd most popular answer. Well done. Just 1 more answer to match. What do you think? Something that scares you the most?
Well, some people think that being on stage is scary.
Okay, some people get stage fright. If it's there, your team wins our special prize. Our survey says... well done. For matching all 5 answers, you win an all-expenses paid skydiving adventure. We hope you enjoy your prize. We hope you enjoyed playing along at home. Join us next time on Our Survey Says.
God, you made a big blue sky. You made the oceans deep and wide. God, you made the trees so tall. Your love is bigger than it all. God, you're bigger than big. You're stronger than strong. You are mightier than mighty and louder than the song. Your love for me stretches farther than far. I can't imagine just how big you are, just how big you are. God, you made a big blue sky. You made the oceans deep and wide. God, you made the trees so tall. Your love is bigger than it all. God, you're bigger than big. You're stronger than strong. You are mightier than mighty and louder than the song. Your love for me stretches farther than far. I can't imagine just how big you are, just how big you are. God, you're bigger than big. You're stronger than strong. You are mightier than mighty and louder than the song. Your love for me stretches farther than far. I can't imagine just how big you are, just how big you are.
Hello, it's me again, David. Since Samuel came and told me that one day I'd be king, not much has happened really. At least not until the other day. I mean, up until the other day, the most exciting thing which had happened was one of my sheep escaped. Fluffy really needs to learn to listen. Anyway, the other day, you wouldn't believe what happened. There had been this huge army of giant men who came to take over our land. They were called the Philistines and they were not very nice. Their leader was the biggest of them all and his name was Goliath. He was absolutely huge. My brothers had gone to fight the giants and I was left behind. I suppose I was too young to fight, I suppose. Instead, Dad told me to pack lunch for my brothers, so I packed their favourite sandwiches, made sure they had some good snacks in there as well. Fighting is hungry work, you know. I also took my slingshot and some pebbles because I thought I might have a good game of target practice hitting trees when before I go home. So I got down to where the battle was happening and it was all going off. And I heard Goliath shouting at my brothers and the other soldiers, telling us to choose someone to fight him. And he was saying that if our chosen soldier won, then the Philistines would go away. But if he won, then we would have to all be his servants. Well, no one likes the sound of that, do they? My brothers, their friends and the rest of our army were so scared. No one wanted to fight Goliath. Even though the king was promising a huge reward of prizes and riches for whoever who did. Goliath kept on saying all sorts of things about God, which I thought were not true and not very nice. And because I knew that God was with me, I said, you know what, I will fight him. The king was quite concerned. He tried to talk me out of it. And then he said, okay, if you're going to do this, you need to wear my armour. But I tried wearing it and I could hardly move. It was big, it was bulky. And I said, listen, it's all right, King Saul. I will just have my slingshot and my 5-round smooth pebbles. I will be fine. So I walked up to the Goliath and you wouldn't believe what he did. He started laughing. He made fun of my slingshot. He said I didn't look like a soldier. He said he was going to feed me to the birds. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to stand firm. Goliath is big and strong, but my God is so much bigger and stronger. So he came towards me and I put a pebble in my slingshot, aimed it at his head, and bullseye! It flew through the air, hit him right between the eyes. That was the best shot I'd done in ages. It was a great shot, and Goliath fell down flat on the floor. When the rest of the giants saw me do this, they all ran away scared, going, "Woo!" It was really funny. You don't normally see giants run away like that. The king saw what I had done, and instead of sending me back to look after the sheep, he took me to his palace. That's a change of scenery for me. And there I met his son Jonathan, who's now one of my best friends. And now I go and fight lots of battles for the king. In fact, I better get back now. But it's so nice to talk to you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Wow, what a great story. I wonder if you've heard the story of David and Goliath before. I think it's just such an incredible, exciting story, isn't it? David's this little boy, he's small, he's weak, he's not a trained soldier, and somehow he finds himself in front of Goliath, this giant of a man, the biggest man in the Philistine army. And because David has such trust in God and he knows how much God is with him in everything he does, he has the confidence to pick up a little slingshot, stick a few pebbles in it, and off he goes and defeats the biggest, scariest giant of a man in the army. It's just amazing. David had to be really brave, but he also had absolute trust and faith in God and in God being with him. This wasn't the last time that David had to be brave and trust God. If you want to know those stories, go find a Bible or a Bible storybook and look them up. Sometimes we feel like we're facing giants, don't we? Sometimes we feel like the thing that we have to come up against at school, at work, with our friends, in our family, the things that are happening in the world at the moment can feel pretty big and scary, can't they? So I've got a pause question for you. In a moment, pause the video and talk to the people you're with about the things that you find scary. What's intimidating you? What's like a giant that you have to face? Pause. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring those things before God. We're going to pray about them and ask for God to help us to be strong and brave and courageous, knowing that we can trust Him to be with us. So take your chalk and your stone or your pebble or your rock that you found earlier, and hopefully you've got like a bowl of water as well. And again, you might want to pause the video in a moment and write on your stone or your rock what it is that you feel like you're facing. What's your giant at the moment? What is it that you need courage and strength to face? Write it on your rock and then take the bowl of water and we're going to pray. Pray with the people you're with and drop your stone in the water and wash off the chalk. Rub it all off as a reminder that we know God is with us. We know that we can trust God and we know that we can face anything with bravery and courage because we have God. So do that now. Amen to all of those prayers. We have a really good God who loves us and looks after us. And we're going to sing a new song now, and it's a song all about David and his slingshot. There's some actions. You can copy the actions as you're going along. You can pick them up. They're not hard to pick up. There's one that might be worth practicing though, and it's the slingshot action. And so we're going to sing about David's slingshot, and we're going to do a slingshot action as we're going along. The slingshot. Should we do a practice? You ready? Slingshot. Yeah, that's great. Keep that action in mind. Get on your feet, find a space, and let's sing this song.
Standing small before a giant so big and tall, who'd have thought he could fight at all? But little David
for joining us for family worship today. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about David. I would encourage you to check out the activities pack on our website, or you may have received it by email earlier on this week. There's lots more activities in there to help you to continue to learn more about David and how he was part of God's big plan for us. Next Sunday, there isn't any family worship, but we would really love you to join us for the light party on Saturday at 3 p.m. instead. Don't forget to sign up for that if you haven't done so already, and look out for more details about that coming this week. The next family worship will be on Sunday the 8th of November, and we would love you to join us for that as well if you're able. Hope you have a brilliant week, and we'll see you soon.